My name is Brian Schell. I'm an author and musician at passionhero.com, and I'm going to give you a reading to start the show. Simply naming what we are struggling with helps us to start down a healthier road. That was said by Matthew Kelly. And naming this, we will call it the Zen of sports. And the Zen of racquetball was introduced to me in 1989 in the UP in Houghton. And I was told the score is merely a timekeeping device. What matters is that you love the game that you're playing while you play it, and know that you're having the best time of your life because you're doing something that you love. That to me is the Zen of sports. It's setting yourself into a calm mode and operating in what many call the zone. And part of that means that you have total confidence. It's like my racquetball coach in Santa Monica once told me that in any racquetball tournament or in any tennis tournament or any kind of sports tournament, the bottom 7 and 8, they're just happy to be there. 5 and 6, they believe that they're going to be there someday. 3 and 4, they're on the edge of being there. And 1 or 2 are there and they expect it. They just speak their truth. It's like he said, when Andre Agassi or Pete Sampras talk to you, a lot of people may seem that they're cocky, but they're just speaking their truth and they back it up, being able to do what you say. And one thing that I saw in Ice Cube's the movie Long Shots, he teaches kids football, and he has them show their celebration dances, and he goes, hey, you don't need the celebration dance, just act like you've been there. Who taught us that? Detroit Lions Barry Sanders, number 20. When he'd have a touchdown, he'd just hand the football to the referee. He acted like he'd been there before. But you act like that, you act with professional class. And that's part of the Zen of racquetball, is that you enjoy the game, but you do it as a gentleman, you do it with etiquette, you do it by playing within the rules of the game. And that's what makes the game fun, is that you did it without any kinds of cheats or bending of corners or anything like that. You do it fair and square, but you play your best, you give it your all, and the chips fall where they may. And to the University of Michigan Wolverines, go blue. I hope that you do well. These guys are just making us all very happy here in Ann Arbor. So, another thing is to travel in bows and not knots. And you think about that, when you travel throughout life, you can go in loop-de-loops, or you can find ways to have bows. Sprints versus marathons. Really, the game of life is a marathon. But there are times where you have to sprint, and if you pace yourself, you're doing well. So one thing that you want to do, in music they'll call it woodshedding, muscle memory. Practice, practice, practice. And you do it you do it so many times so that you could do it in your sleep. And Tao Te Ching, number 68. A player wants his or her opponent at their best, which is shown in Rocky II. Sylvester Stallone, after they've gone through the battle in Rocky comes to Apollo Creed's hospital room and he says, hey, Apollo, did you give me your best? And Apollo says, yeah, I did. And Rocky just says, thank you. And that, to me, is the Zen of sports, is that a player wants their opponent at their best, their opponent gives their best, and, the winner wins and the loser loses. But the thing was, they're there on the court of play, and that's what really matters. So for all those future pro athletes, I would advise you, I believe this is football coach Herm Edwards said this, you can live like a king for a year, or you can live like a prince forever. The best musicians that I've known didn't need to tell me how good they were. They'd acted like they'd been there before. And that's all right in my book. So, thank you so much. I hope that you do well in your field of play, and give it your best and play with total class and style. Thank you.